One of the things I love most about comics and comic-based movies is seeing my favorite heroes working together to save the day. It's a close second to seeing my favorite heroes pummeling each other to bits. Two of the hardest hitters out there are the Incredible Hulk and Wolverine, and they've gone adamantium claws to Green Fist tons of times, but never on the big screen. Now that Mark Ruffalo revealed that he pitched a Hulk vs. Wolverine movie to Marvel Studios head Kevin Feige, let's take a look at what it might look like. Everyone knows that Mark Ruffalo plays the part of Bruce Banner in the MCU, but we also know that he happens to be one of the biggest source of Marvel spoilers out there. Sure, Tom Holland is doing his best to catch up, but Ruffalo still streamed the beginning of Thor Ragnarok and spoiled Infinity War during an interview, so he's definitely the reigning champ right now. His penchant for leaks might make the folks at Disney unhappy, but it means that when he talks, fans definitely pay attention. At Tokyo Comic Con, Ruffalo revealed that he's spoken to Marvel Studios head Kevin Feige about making more movies about the Incredible Hulk, which won't be hard because there's just the one, and most people forget it even exists. Or at least they try to. When Feige asked what Ruffalo had in mind for his character, he was ready with the answer: Hulk vs. Wolverine. How could anyone go wrong with a matchup like that? This statement from Ruffalo coincides with rumors that have been floating around since September 2019 regarding a movie featuring the clash of these two comic book titans. Making it even more likely is the awkward situation with the movie rights to The Incredible Hulk. If Disney puts out a standalone Hulk movie, Universal has first dibs on the distribution rights, which they'd be crazy to pass up. That's why there's only been a single standalone MCU film about the big green guy, and that's unlikely to change anytime soon. But having him share screen time with Wolverine, Disney would be able to get around this pesky problem of the distribution rights. And there's plenty of comic book material to go off of when it comes to these two heavy hitters. One rumor is that the movie will be based on the Immortal Hulk series, which is a serious, dark, horror-filled story that's proven popular with fans. Since Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is paving the way for scarier films, this could be a great follow-up. It also seems like any movie featuring a brawl between these two behemoths would pretty much have to be rated R, or at least that's what I'm hoping. Immortal Hulk gets off to a strong start with Bruce Banner losing his life in a robbery gone wrong. Don't worry, he gets better. Well, sort of. Now the Hulk only emerges when Bruce perishes, and he's no longer a font of rage and destruction, but rather the incarnation of death. This would be a huge change. That would certainly take the character in a totally different direction than we've seen so far, especially when you consider the photo-friendly smart Hulk we saw in Avengers Endgame. But of course, a grim and gritty new Hulk is only part of the equation. Another rumor floating around is that this movie will incorporate the Weapon X storyline, possibly as a way to introduce Wolverine into the MCU. This is another comic storyline that reads like a horror film, and involves Wolverine as a test subject desperate to escape his mental programming and eventually fleeing from the Weapon X program into the wilderness. One theory is that the Immortal Hulk will end up coming face to face with Weapon X, but he won't be alone. Instead, he'll encounter Alpha Flight, which is also hot on Wolverine's trail. This is a team of superpowered heroes from the Great White North, and includes characters like Shaman, Sasquatch, Vindicator, Aurora, North Star, and Snowbird. One of the first official missions of Alpha Flight was tracking down Wolverine, so it makes sense that this would be incorporated into the film. But if they happen to find Hulk before they find Wolverine, well, it's not really a secret that the Hulk generally doesn't play well with others under the best of circumstances. And if he's the recently deceased Immortal Hulk, things could get ugly real fast. And that's before Wolverine is even involved. But we have a feeling he'd probably save all of his best blows for Wolverine, who isn't one to back down from a challenge. The idea of Hulk vs. Wolverine movie incorporating the Immortal Hulk, Alpha Flight, and Weapon X almost sounds too good to be true. But really, the only drawback is that they probably won't be happening for a few years, which will undoubtedly feel like an eternity for excited fans. Kevin Feige has stated that we won't be seeing the X-Men in the MCU for quite some time, and the roster of Phase 4 is already settled. So we're looking at a movie that probably won't happen for at least 3 or 4 years. Plus, let's not forget that Disney is most likely going to have to cast a new actor to play Wolverine, since Hugh Jackman hung up his adamantium claws following Logan in 2017. He even refused to come out of retirement for his dear friend Ryan Reynolds, who asked him to appear in a future Deadpool film. Saying no to the adorable and charming Ryan Reynolds can't be easy, so it's safe to say he's officially retired. It's also safe to say that there's a lot to be done before Hulk vs. Wolverine is officially a thing. Not only did Hugh Jackman leave big shoes to fill, but we'll have to see Hulk transform from the cheerful Endgame to the Immortal Hulk, and I wouldn't be surprised if Disney decides to build up to it rather than dive right in. Hulk vs. Wolverine is definitely a movie we can't wait for. And if you want to stay up to date on the latest news, make sure to like this video and click on the subscribe button. To ensure the YouTube algorithm doesn't ruin your mission to track down great content from CBR, make sure to switch on your notifications and remember to do so from settings if you're on mobile. Pretty much every aspect of Hulk vs. Wolverine movie sounds amazing, but I'm most excited about seeing the immortal Hulk. It's safe to say kids won't be running up to him for a selfie anytime soon. Hulk out! What's your wish list for a matchup movie between these two characters? Share it with us in the comment section and then click on the subscribe button for more videos from us here at CBR. See you next time.